Inside handoff. Oh, on the bootleg. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Bounce it to the outside, trying to stretch that pylon. Stretches, and he is in for the touchdown.
Welcome to Touchdowns and Tailgates, powered by the Fairfield Auto Group. Hard to believe we're heading into week 7 of the high school football season down here, beautiful Muncie, Pennsylvania, with Coach Sean Tatro. Great to see you, Coach.
Hey, thanks for guys coming out today.
Absolutely, and hey, you built a heck of a program down here. I admire your small school football, and you do it well. 4 district titles since you took over as head coach. This might be your best team.
These kids on paper are the best team we've had so far. A lot of returning players from last year's team. We lose some big key players, but a lot of younger guys have been stepping up great this year, and it's great to see.
Well, it's hard to believe this is the first time I've been down here. Last year, you know, we couldn't do touchdowns and tailgates this year, but your schedule flipped. It seems like you got a lot of great games coming up.
Yeah, we started off the season a little lighter, have a lot of teams we normally play, and then toward the tail end here, we have South Williamsport, Montgomery coming up. We get to travel to Homer Center out in the IUP area, so
nice.
We're excited for some road trips.
And obviously, Webb Weekly Live, PA Sports Live will have the game this week. The South Williamsport Mounties come down here to take you on.
I mean, it's one of those things, we love playing South Williamsport. They're a very physical team, we're a physical team. We know when we play this game, we're going to get a good test to see where we are for the season.
And I was going over some numbers. Doc Massey helps me out. Doc Massey, shout out, Sun Gazette. And obviously the one that jumped out to, well, there was a lot, but QB Branson Iyer, 1,044 total yards, 645 yards passing, 8 touchdowns. Do you want me to jinx the no-hitter, or should I keep it shut?
It's one of those things we've been purposely ignoring that as a coaching staff.
To turn your back here a second. He has not thrown an interception, and I hate to do that, but I guess I got to go over to my journalistic side. Coach didn't hear that. Hey, Ross Iyer, 28 yards a catch, your big play guy on the edge.
I mean, the way we're running the ball up front, those linemen set the tone for us. We really don't have to throw the ball a whole lot this year so far, but whenever you have a dynamic all-state safety playing receiver, it's great to take some shots every once in a while.
And you know, I'm an offensive guy, so I always start there, but he's a heck of a safety, and I think that's where he plays at the next level if he chooses to.
Oh, I mean, we talk to him all the time. He has all the talents in the world. It's great to give him that recognition that last year, and it's great to see him start where he picked off last year.
And my buddy Ty Nixon's back, 638 all-purpose yards. See, Massey prepped me.
Yeah, Ty Nixon, he's a big leader for us in that backfield. He's the one who sets that tone for us. He makes a big play when we need it, and he complements our run game very well.
And the question I get asked everywhere, and I said, no, I haven't seen him yet, but we're going to see him here a few times in the next few weeks, and as we head to playoffs. Austin Johnson, freshman, 714 yards, most impressively 8 yards a carry.
I mean, it's one of those things, when you have a dynamic duo in the backfield, Austin Johnson, Ty Nixon, you have to respect Branson Iyer and their running game. It opens a lot of holes up, and Austin's reaping the benefit of 4 seniors on the offensive line, so it's great to see him running the ball hard and hitting the holes good.
Tell me about your linemen.
I mean, it's great to have a senior laden class for once. This is the first year. We don't really have many underclassmen on the O-line. It's going to hurt next year losing all those guys, but they put so much hard work in this year. Isaac Harris, Xander Brown, Adam Rosario, Gavin Hillman, Kenny Hamp. We're very excited for what the future holds for these guys.
Absolutely, and we got to go over the defensive side of the ball. Jason Schuda's been here a while, just under 10 tackles a game, and I'm going to say Bailey. You say his last name for
Bailey
me.
Hadzinakoloff.
Hadzinakoloff, and we don't want to butcher it. 68 tackles, over 10 a game. He's a defensive stud.
I mean, anytime you don't have Bailey last year, he didn't play for us last year, got hurt early in the season. Anytime you get a player like that coming back, it helps burden that loss of Ethan Gush that held down the defense for so many years for us. Jason Schuda started as a sophomore last year, as a junior this year. He's picking up where he left off, and he's a very physical linebacker in the middle.
Before I bring Jimmy Webb in to talk to some players, what do you have to do? The Mounties are coming to town. Obviously, great rivalry game. What do you have to do to get the W?
It's going to be the game of wills. Who can impose their will on the other opponent? We know they're going to run the ball. If we give them the opportunity, they're going to take 3-4 yards a clip every single time they run the ball. We got to play hard-nosed gap defense. Our offense got to pick their time, take some big shots, and hopefully come out with a win.
Sounds good. Sounds easy. Never that way, is it?
No, never is.
Hey, Jimmy Webb will be back. We'll take a break for the Fairfield Auto Group. Come right back.
5. The Fairfield 5 is 35. The Fairfield 5 is 35, and we're celebrating at all 5 locations across Central PA. 5. 5 is 35. We're the Fairfield 5 for fantastic selection and service, and we're way past old enough to drive. The Fairfield 5 is 35. Fairfield for fantastic deals.
We're back at Muncie with the Indians, and they're going to introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Bailey Hadzin-Akolov. I'm a senior. I'm a linebacker and tight end.
I'm Ty Nixon. I'm a senior. I'm a running back and outside linebacker.
I'm Isaac Harris. I'm an offensive tackle and defensive end, and I'm a senior.
So we'll start over here with you. Coach touched on it a little bit. Seniors came up together. What does it mean to go through your senior year with all your brothers and all the hard work paying off?
It's awesome, especially because we've been playing with these guys ever since elementary school, so it's awesome growing up from back then to where we are now, forming a brother bond, if you want to call it that, from back in elementary school to being a senior in high school now.
Gotcha. And we'll come over here to Nixon. Bunch of all-purpose yards, kind of doing whatever it takes for the team. Talk to us through catching, running. What's your mentality knowing you kind of have to do a little of it all?
Yeah, I mean, I want to do whatever I can, help the team out, whether it's catching, passing, running the ball, all of it. So it doesn't matter to me, whatever I can help the team with.
And I'm sure the coach loves that too.
Yeah.
Come down here, big lineman. Talk us through getting ready. We have a physical game with South coming up. I know that's what your coach said, and we've seen them play, and they like to run right at you. Talk us through your mentality going through in a big physical game.
Well, it's definitely going to be a challenge, but I think we can do it. When we need to, the team really comes together, and at least the line does. I know we all have it in us, and I know we can all be physical and play hard and play fast.
Awesome. So the hardest question we have, a song that you listen to get ready.
A song I listen to get ready is pretty much anything Five Finger Death Punch.
All right.
Probably Seven Nation Army.
Pretty much whatever the team has playing down the locker room.
That's new songs this week. Usually we get the same thing. And then one shout out, anyone you want.
Shout out is fellow linebacker Jason Shuda.
I'm going to say number 27, Mojo, Elijah Weichel.
I'd probably say the entire O-line. We all really work together and try and get things done the best we can.
All right, that's it for Muncie. We'll be right back with touchdowns and tailgates.
FastMaz Speed, Agility, and Quickness Camp. This is where we get it done. Improving everybody's quick turnover, everybody's agility, everybody in transitional sprints, all ages, all sports. You want it, we got it. Come to FastMaz.
We came over the back way from Muncie and made a quick stop here at Montgomery. Montgomery has undefeated Canton this week. I'm here with Coach Diggs. Great start to the season. Couple tough losses, 3-3. You got Canton coming to town. Great challenge for your boys.
Absolutely.
Give me a little overview.
Yeah, I mean, Canton's tough, man. They're well coached. Got some athletic players. Quarterback can play. Some receivers can play. Their defense is tough. So it'll be a fun matchup. It'll be fun.
And we'll have you on Webb Weekly Live as the Canton Warriors come to town. So, hey, watch the South game. Very entertaining game. Tough game to lose. We have you a couple more times here this year. It's been fun following Montgomery football.
Absolutely.
Tell me about the kids and how hard they work. They're here behind us, stretching out here before practice.
Yeah, I mean, again, I kind of talked about it earlier in the season. Even just our summer workouts have been intense, but even during the season, we're still lifting twice a week. It's not mandatory, of course, but Monday and Wednesday we go 6 a.m. lifts, and we've had perfect attendance since we started it. So, I mean, these guys want to win. They're hungry. They're doing all the right things, and we're getting there.
In the season and a young coach, I always say the same amount of work and effort go into a loss as go in a win. And it just sticks in your craw. Tell me about coming off a couple tough losses.
Yeah, I mean, I never want to make any excuses, but, part of the problem being in a single-A school is sometimes lack of numbers, So we have some young guys filling in spots who are doing great. Just lack of time, lack of not playing at a varsity level, but it's only going to prepare them moving forward. So we definitely took a couple losses, but the good news is we can always grow from it and keep moving forward.
And I always say when you're small school Americana like Montgomery, like the Muncies, the small school South, you play 3 ways. People say you play 2 ways.
Oh yeah.
You play 3 ways.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
People forget about special teams and the energy exerted out there.
Absolutely.
What do the Red Raiders have to do to knock Canton off for the first time this year?
Play discipline, play tough. I mean, like I said, Canton they're very disciplined. They're good at what they do. So if we just come out and play the new Red Raider way and play disciplined football, I think it'll be a tough matchup for them, and I think they know that. It's certainly not going to be easy, but if we do what we do and what they're supposed to do, I think we can give them a run for their money.
And I got to ask, Mr. Springman, will he be back in the lineup, or is he out again this week?
So, Mr. Springman,
and I'm not betting on the game, just so everybody knows.
Mr. Springman, that's a game time decision. Game time decision.
And that's Colby, obviously.
Correct. Yep, Colby Springman. He was out since first half against Sayre.
Against Sayre, and he's a difference maker.
Absolutely.
So I'd like to see him get back out there for you.
So he's a game time decision for this.
Shout out?
Yeah. The people of Montgomery, man. I mean, you know, I always want to give them credit. Since I've came here, I had no idea anybody from Montgomery, and they treat us like gold. I mean, shout out to the New Mountain Tavern. They're actually giving us, the band, and the cheerleaders a free wing dinner tomorrow, all on the house. So shout out to New Mountain Tavern and everybody who supports us. We really appreciate all you guys.
Fantastic. And Jimmy Webb's got some of your players. We'll take a commercial break. Thanks for having us. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Last year changed so many things, and we made it through. One thing that didn't change is the presence and commitment from the Fairfield Auto Group. We're still here, Pennsylvania strong, and 35 years strong, to service you, your family, and our neighbors. Fairfield, for fantastic deals.
All right, we're back at Montgomery. I'll start here with Mr. Springman. Introduce yourself.
I'm Tanner Springman. I'm in 12th grade. I'm an outside linebacker and a slot receiver.
Hi, I'm Maurice Walters. I'm a safety and wide receiver.
My name's Gavin Strauss. I'm a junior and I play O-line and D-line.
All right, we'll start down there with you, Gavin. Talk us through physical game with Canton coming up. You said you play O-line. Your mentality going into that, and what Coach Diggs has you plan to go about.
It's just coming out of a physical game. We have to be dogs. It's going to be a dogfight. We got to play. We got to play hard. If we don't push, it's could be bad. We got to play well. We got to be dogs.
Maurice, I talked with you a little bit. You said you were getting double teamed. Talk us through that and knowing another guy's open, but also you working through your route, getting through the double team.
Right. I just gotta find the open space, run my route hard, but also it gives opportunity for the other players to make plays.
Awesome. We'll go over here to Mr. Springman, working through the slot role, but also playing a little defense and a little bit of special teams. Talk us through playing every position and what that means to you and the team.
Offense, I just got to know the plays, know where to run. Defense, I got to stay outside contained and make tackles. Special teams, I just got to hit people.
Run down and hit someone.
Yep.
And then give us a song you listen to get ready.
Probably Black Betty.
Green Dot by NBA Youngboy.
Let's do Through the Glass by Stone Sour.
And then give us a shout out. Shout out anyone.
I'd like to shout out my mom, my dad, my brother, coaches.
I'd like to shout out my whole family, coaches.
I'd like to shout out my family and coaches for always being there.
All right, that's it from Montgomery. Thanks to Coach Diggs, and we'll be right back with some more touchdowns and tailgates.
5. The Fairfield 5 is 35. The Fairfield 5 is 35, and we're celebrating at all 5 locations across Central PA. 5 is 35. We're the Fairfield 5 for fantastic selection and service, and we're way past old enough to drive. The Fairfield 5 is 35. Fairfield, for fantastic deals.
Over the mountain we came, and now we're at South Williamsport. Big game down at Muncie this week, Coach Chris Eisworth. Good rivalry game.
Yeah. I tell you, Muncie's always been a great, opponent for South Williamsport as far back as I can remember. I mean, you have 2 schools that are, really working hard with, a lower number of kids, single A, double A area, and I tell you, looks like it could be a real great ball game, and Muncie's, looking really good, and good things are happening across the state.
And Coach Tatro's done a great job with the program down there, taking over, and has the utmost respect for you and for South Williamsport. And a lot of the stuff you do is very similar. And this year, I mean, he has a quarterback and can throw, but I think they're happy just to knock heads too.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny when you watch the film. when you see how many similarities we have, and you know, it's really neat to see, you know, people playing, I guess I'd say, kind of like the way we like to play. And you know, it's a physical brand of football. You know, they run behind the tight end. You know, they run out of an eye set. You know, and they're also multiple as well. But you know, and then defensively, they really swarm and you know, do a great job there. But I mean, overall, like I said, you know, the game, it's a simple game. I mean, you block, you tackle, and you try to get your kids in great shape, and Muncie has done that.
And I know you don't like to talk about individual players, but Landon Larson went over the 2,000-yard mark in his career at quarterback. That's significant here at Southside. I mean, you like to ground chuck it a little bit, but he's been very accurate, and that's a big number.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't be happier with Landon. I mean, Landon has been a mainstay for us. I mean, he's a tremendous safety, you know, tremendous team leader, quarterback. I mean, you know, we've got him running a little bit, throwing. You know, he got his first start when he was a young freshman, and it's just neat to see how he's grown and matured, and we are just so proud of him.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard to believe he's a senior. I mean, that's hard, but I mean, we talk about that, how quick the high school experience goes by. All right, so the key question, and give me something good here, what do you have to do to beat the Indians?
I mean, you know, like I said earlier, I mean, the game it's, you know, a simple game. I mean, you block, you tackle. I mean, you have to, you know, guard from turnovers. You have to guard from big plays happening. You have to, you know, understand your fits defensively. Offensively, you know, you got to move the chains. You got to win third down. You got to, you know, not make mistakes. Special teams, I mean, you have to, you know, continue to grow and, you know, and not kill yourself. And again, you know, high school football, you know, you talk about those three phases. Usually the team that wins those phases comes up ahead on the scoreboard.
And you and I are great lovers of small school football. I call it small school Americana. Nothing better, Friday night lights. We'll have it on Webb Weekly Live as you go down there. But hey, you know, I talk about it. Kids play three ways. People forget about special team and the energy that's spent. I talked down at Muncie about that, but at this level, kids play three ways, and everybody forgets about special teams and the effort. But a lot of times at the small school level, at any level, but especially at your level, special teams decide a game.
Oh yeah, and you know, most of the guys that are at the small schools, I mean, they're playing special teams.
Right.
They're running down on kickoffs. They're running down, you know, they're on punt team, punt return, all those things. So, you know, a lot of those guys never leave the field, and, you know, there's only so many plays in a game.
I'm going to let you get to practice. We'll get Jimmy Webb in here with a couple Mounties. Hey, good luck. Always good to see you, Coach. Thanks for having us. Commercial break. We'll be right back.
Last year changed so many things, and we made it through. One thing that didn't change is the presence and commitment from the Fairfield Auto Group. We're still here, Pennsylvania strong, and 35 years strong, to service you, your family, and our neighbors. Fairfield, for fantastic deals.
All right, we're at our last stop for Touchdowns and Tailgates, South Williamsport, and I'll let the Mounties introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Landon Larson. I'm a senior, and I play quarterback and defensive back.
My name's Grant Bachman. I play wide receiver and cornerback.
I'm Jake Casella. I play tight end, and I'm also defensive end.
We'll start down there with Jake. Coach said it, and the coach at Muncie said it. A lot of similarities between you and Muncie, and it's going to be a real physical game. Talk to us about going into that mentality of knocking some snot.
I mean, this week of practice, we're just going to make it super tough on the guys. We've been working really hard, and I think we're just going to dominate this game.
We'll go over here. Grant, three-sport athlete. Talk to us about how each sport helps the other sport and keeping that mentality of each sport on their own as well.
Well, football, lifting. Lifting is where it starts at. Helps me. Basketball, baseball with pitching, getting rebounds, and football in general. Just blocking people, going up for the ball and catching passes. That's it.
Nice. We'll go here. Landon, I've seen you on the baseball field, can chuckle a little bit, and then translates to the football field. Natural leader. Talk us about being a leader on the field and also just in the huddle.
It's kind of just like what Coach says, is I got to kind of bring people up and make sure that everyone's playing their best, make sure no one's slacking. And in the huddle, I mean, the guys do a good enough job setting the tone, but when I get there, everybody's listening, we're ready to go.
So Landon and Jake already did their favorite song that gets them hyped, but we'll go over here to Bachman. You didn't give us one, so let us know what do you listen to get ready?
Probably Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill. That's probably what they said too.
That's what a lot of people say.
Yeah.
That's a good one though. And then we'll do shout out. Go down the line. Shout out anyone you want.
I like to shout out my coaches. They've helped me tremendously throughout the year, so thank you.
I'd like to shout out Bell and Sid. I miss you guys. But yeah.
I'd like to shout out my parents, my family, just coming to every game to support and always being there for me.
All right, that's it for this week of Webb Weekly Live. Tune into the games this Friday at 7.
Inside handoff. Oh, on the bootleg. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Bounce it to the outside, trying to stretch that pylon. Stretches, and he is in for the touchdown.
Are you ready for some football? Webb Weekly Live is bringing you touchdowns and tailgates. Hear from local coaches and watch the best local athletes battle it out. Touchdowns and tailgates this Wednesday at 7 p.m. www.webbweeklylive.com.